Hello, today we are solving October 2024 paper, Unit 2, question number 3, Part B. Evaluate the performance of Aberdeen Industrials PLC for the year ended 30th September 2024. In the Part A question, we were asked to calculate different accounting ratios like dividend per share, dividend yield, dividend cover, earnings per share, PE ratio, and return on capital employed. So after calculating this, we will try to understand how the performance of the company is, whether it is good or not. So it is good based on the some of the ratios we had calculated, like the dividend paid, okay, the dividend that was paid per share, and the profit, okay, the profit that was generated here. So the profit that was generated here, and then EPS, okay, earnings per share, and ROCE. All these factors were very good for the performance, because we can see that what was the dividend per share. The dividend that per share that was paid to the shareholders were 3 pence per share, which is quite good, okay, which is quite good. And because it is, you are going to compare it with the industry average of 4 pence, okay, so industry average of 4 pence, they have given almost nearer to that 3 pence, which is good, okay. This is quite generous, okay, this is a very good generous one, they say. Then the profit also can cover the dividends paid out in the year a total of 7 times. So the advantage of this is that the funds are being kept in the company and it could be used for expansion. So the profit could cover the dividends paid out, okay. It is approximately equal to 7 times. We had from the dividend cover, okay, we had calculated that. So it was, we know that the profit, how much profit, okay, it is, uh, it can cover, okay, it can cover, that is what we had calculated from the dividend cover. It can cover the this thing, okay, 7 times the dividend cover was, we had calculated. So this was also very good. So which means that the advantage is that this is able to pay out the dividends, and the rest you can use it for expansion. Then earnings per share, we had calculated, it was at 21 pence per share, okay, earnings per share, it was 21 pence per share. Then given that, and the industry average is around 11 pence, okay, so here it was 21 pence, whereas here for the industry average is 11 pence. So given that Aberdeen Industrial PLC shares have a face value of 50 pence, this performance is good, okay. So what is the face value? The face value of the share was zero point 0.5 per share. So which means that they are doing very good, okay. Earnings per share is 11 pence. Compared to them, they are offering earnings per share at 21. So the performance is good, okay. Then return on capital employed was 9.84 percentage, which we had calculated here in the last question. So this is quite good return and shows the company would probably be a good investment, near to the industry average of 10.01. So this is also nearer to the industry average. So we can say that, take some of the factors and say if they are nearer to that, it is very good. And some of the things you can also say is not good, because the dividend yield was only 2.5 percentage, whereas this was 3.7 percentage. So it may be possible to get a better return by depositing in the savings bank account, okay. You can say some one reason why you might get a better yield from another company, or keeping it in the savings account. Then the profit of Aberdeen Industrial PLC, it can cover the dividends paid out in the year a total of 7 times. Some shareholders may think that the dividends could be paid more generous. Industry average is 4 pence. So I had already said they are paying out 3 pence, which is good, quite generous, you can say, but because the face value is just the zero point 0.5 pence, okay, zero point 0.5 pounds, point or 50 pence per share. So it is quite generous, you can say, but it is also not nearer to the or greater than the industry average of 4 pence. Then the market price of Aberdeen Industrial is 5.7 times greater than the earnings per share, 4.2 times. than the average. Okay, than the average. So which shows that the market has little confidence in the company. Okay, if you see this market price is 5.7 times, and it is greater than the market price is 5.7 times, and it is greater than the earnings per share. Okay, earnings per share is just 4.2, 4.2. So it shows that there is a little confidence, okay, in the company, which is a bad sign. That is what we can conclude. Okay, we had made earlier calculations for all of this. From that you should be able to comment this earnings per share is 5.7 times. Okay, and whereas the earnings per share, okay, it is greater than the earnings per share, which is 4.2. Okay, here the compared to the dividend cover of 4.2, so it is not very good. Okay, which means less confidence at the company. Then also conclusion, you should say overall it has performed quite well for the year. The key ratios or the accounting ratios such as return on capital employed and earnings per share were quite good. Okay, you have to give a conclusion for such thing. So you can use this based, you will have to compare it with the industry's average and say some of them did better and some of them didn't do better, and then say overall they have done well or they have done